Hello everybody and welcome back to part 6 of Luigi's Mansion. I am back at the beginning section of the mansion, not only because there's a locked door with a portrait ghost there, but I also wanted to check out all the plants. Now that I have water in my Poltergust 3000, I gotta keep up with the vegetation, I gotta keep them all nice and healthy, I gotta water those plants. I really care about this. See, this balcony wasn't just for Toad. Oh no, there is money in here. Gold bars, sapphires, everything you can imagine in these plants. Toad's just watching me being like, how the hell are you doing that? I've been right next to these plants and I didn't see any gold bars or sapphires. Where the hell did they come from? Oh my god. Toad, we live in a universe that has like mushrooms that make you grow gigantic, so I don't know what to tell you, man. It's the Mushroom Kingdom. It works in its own bizarre way. But I'm also going to be checking out Neville's book study because this is something I skipped over in part 1 for time constraint to make the first part go by a little bit smoother. But now I'm going to read these books, eh? Mysteries appear wherever people turn, but turning away from them solves nothing. Instead of turning away, turn to the side and look at the mystery from a different view. A way will surely open. Neville's Big Baby Care Diary. My third son is still a baby. Oddly enough, he seems to scare people in ways the other two never did. The twins now, they're afraid of fire, water, cold, and wind. Why, they shake with fright when beset by the elements. Sometimes I think they're more childlike than the baby. Darkness is their cheese. Ghost mice are drawn to darkness as real mice are drawn to cheese. In the dark, they shine gold with contentment. I must try to get close to one before the lights come back on. See Parmesan. I'm assuming that's supposed to stand for cheese Parmesan. Alright, we already know about elemental ghosts, so I'm not going to read this. Elemental ghosts, yes, yes, yes. Egad's Guide to Ghosts. Dear readers, we've all had trouble with ghosts who aren't easily surprised, right? They have all sorts of ways to protect themselves from light. What would you do, bright folks, when in a fix with one of these stubborn ghouls? Well, sir, I'd first look for an opening, a way to catch them off guard and unsettle them. When a ghost is surprised and shows you its heart, that's your chance to catch the little bugger. I tell you, I've caught dozens of ghosts just like this. Lydia's Childcare Diary. Alrighty. The twins are very shy for ghosts their age. They've even gone and hid the key to their room far away in the mansion. How very trying. They got mad at me the other day for twirling their little toy helicopter mobile. Ghost children today. Who knows what they're thinking? And that's your hint on how to catch the upcoming ghosts. Aw, yeah. But first, I gotta water another plant. Because there's a plant in Lydia's room, too. Oh, by the way, if you don't want to waste too much water, you can actually, like, push the button very, very softly and make a very tiny stream of water come out. And it will still water the plants just as effectively as if you're holding the button down really hard. It's the way of the GameCube, you know, controller of how, like, you can push in the shoulder buttons a little bit and then all the way. And this is their way of being a test demo game, a tech demo game of being like, you know, look, you can spray the water a little bit or all the way with the new L and R buttons. Haha, the GameCube's gonna be awesome. Just you wait, it's gonna outsell every console, especially that blasted PlayStation 2. No way is Sony gonna outsell us this time. We're Nintendo. We always sell millions. But Lydia said she spun the helicopter toy. I don't see anything in here. There's no ghosts to be seen, but maybe, just maybe, if I spin the helicopter just like Lydia did, maybe I can get something to happen. Hey, mister, what are you doing over there all by yourself? Hey, why don't you play hide and seek with us? I don't know why I gave him a British accent. Okay, let's play. Okay, we're gonna hide now. Wait outside. Oh boy. Okay, you can come in now. So there are 5 boxes that have spawned in the room, and they're in the boxes, but you can shake the boxes with the vacuum cleaner, or at least the ones that shake have the kids in them, so that's how you know that something is afoot. I know I'm cheating, but then I just have to do the game all over again, and we don't have time for that. Hey, that's not right! Play fair, cheater! Oh god, they're mad, they're mad. This is Henry and Orville, the twin brothers. They are 5 years old. The twins like to play hide and seek, but since they both hide, the game never seems to end. I wonder if that's how they died. Maybe they don't care about starvation and whatnot, and they were waiting so desperately for someone to seek them out, and they stayed there and stayed there and stayed there, and eventually they passed on. That's my headcanon. That's my headcanon. Either way, there's a kid in the blue vest who's in the car, there's a kid in the red vest who's in the plane, and the plane kid is the only one who has the pearls. So if you want an effective suck, if you want to definitely get that gold portrait, I would recommend sucking up the blue car kid first, and then suck up the red plane kid second, because it's just going to be easier not having to worry about a car running into you and whatnot while you're trying to suck up and get those pearls. So it's always like that. Blue kid, no pearls. Red kid definitely has pearls. Hey, I found Mario's shoe. It smells like Mario's feet. Do you often smell Mario's feet, Luigi? Is he stepping on you? Or are you just doing his laundry? I don't know. Call me Boris, and be afraid! Yeah, you're Boris Grishenko. I am invincible! If you get that reference, well, good for you, good for you. But, one thing I didn't do in this playthrough, I didn't examine the bunk bed with the Game Boy Horror, because when Luigi examines the bunk bed, he says, you know, I've always preferred the bottom myself. And, fitting, he's player 2, he's the younger brother. But, you know, it's just nice to have confirmation that Luigi is indeed a bottom. So, you heard it from him. You heard it from Luigi's Mansion. Luigi is a bottom, and that's good to know. Good to know. Always rotate those vases, because if you're low on health, they're generally holding on to some hearts, and that's how you can stock up. No problem, no problem. By the way, I am on fire with the Speedy Spirits in Act 3. I just happen to remember where all of them are in Act 3. And it's a good thing whenever I try to get them, there's no extra ghosts attacking me or anything. I just have to worry about the portrait ghosts, so yeah. This new one is Slim Bankshot, the lonely pool shark. He is 29 years old. Slim's a legend in the world of competitive pool. Too bad he's never played an actual living soul. Well, how strange. So he's the ghost billiards champion. He's the champion of competing against other ghosts. Well, that's good. You want some of this? Don't mind if I do. So, Slim Bankshot will shoot all of the billiard balls into the sky, and when they have a red trail, they're deadly and they can hurt you. When you suck them up and shoot them back, they have a blue trail, and they're deadly to him. So what I do is I shoot those 3 billiard balls at him, his heart is exposed, and then I drag him over to the chessboard, because that way I don't have to worry about where I'm tilting the control stick too much. I just have to mash it right or down right in that general direction, and he's easy pickings. The portrait ghosts get a lot more challenging as the game goes on, especially one in Act 4 who's in a freezer. Oh, I hate that guy. I hate that guy so much. But, another optional one, you know. That's Slim Bankshot, who for some reason has a statue in the courtyard with the well, which sort of implies that he owns this mansion, but I doubt he owns this mansion. Who owns the mansion, you know? It just spawned out of nowhere, and it just existed one day. Sniff, I'm boo-hoo. Yeah, boo-hoo. Life sucks and then you die. Although I guess in the Boo's case, they're already dead, so, you know. Life sucks, and then you get trapped into a portrait for the rest of your afterlife. How's that? How's that? You're gonna be Egad's painting. Hope you enjoy it! Got a big fan in the room, so of course, you gotta suck it up. Gotta suck it up. Get the dollar bills, y'all. I don't care much for pointy objects. Good to know. Anyway, this next room is the projection room. It's sort of a different take on the mirror room. A whole bunch of grabby ghosts are going to come out, and the only way you can see them is through the shadows of the projector. and the dust trails that they leave behind when they spawn in. So, you know, very similar to the Mirror Room. I know some people think that Luigi's Mansion is repetitive. I never found Luigi's Mansion repetitive, honestly. And I must have beaten this game like dozens upon dozens of times. I find that because Luigi's Mansion is so different from other video games, how many video games do you have where you're operating a vacuum cleaner, going through a haunted mansion, and sucking up ghosts with a tug-of-war, mashing control stick kind of combat system? Hardly any. You know, I know there's a Ghostbusters video game for Xbox 360, I know there's a whole bunch of NES Ghostbusters games, but those are not the same thing as this. This is a very unique, very different kind of gameplay that you don't see too often. You know, I've played a dime a dozen beat-em-ups, whether it's your Double Dragons, your Streets of Rage, your Scott Pilgrims, whatever, and those all feel pretty identical, that those can get kind of repetitive and boring after a while. But Luigi's Mansion? Sucking up ghosts? This doesn't happen all the time. Mario's glove! It's a little sweaty. And also, that's weird. When we found Mario downstairs in the well, he had his gloves on, he had his hat on, and we presume he has his shoes on, especially because of the ending. So how are we finding these duplicate pieces of clothing? Did Mario bring a suitcase full of luggage, and it's like just one of those cartoon things where like they only have one outfit that they wear, but there's like multiples of that outfit? Mario just like launders a whole bunch of red shirts and a whole bunch of blue overalls and a whole bunch of similar hats, because that's all he chooses to wear. He refuses to wear anything else. Either way, the boos don't like me. They're telling me to get out of here. Although the image is pretty stretched, so it's kind of hard to read that. But yeah, they're telling me to get out of here, get out of here. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Also, I made a mistake here. I could have handled the entire second floor in one go, but I forgot about the fire elemental spirit that's in the hallway. So I got a fire elemental spirit now. I need it to light some candles in the upcoming room. But there is a fire elemental spirit in one of the candles of the hallway. So if you try sucking up every one of the candles, some of them will go out and there'll be no more fire. And then there's one that will spawn a fire elemental spirit. So, you know, I could have saved me some backtracking. I could have sped up this playthrough a little bit, a minute faster, if I knew about that fire elemental spirit. But there is a fire elemental spirit on the second floor, and that's just something I think you all need to know. I light these candles so that these ghosts spawn, so that I can get into the next room, and we got a lot of orange ones and a lot of shy guys. I like the enemy variety. I also find that doesn't make it repetitive. Like, after a while, the game gets overloaded with ghosts. You know, you find yourself battling multiple ghosts at a time, sometimes 3 or 4 at a time, and they're all gunning for you, you know? They're all gunning for you while you're trying to shine a light on them, or suck up their mask, or freeze, or burn them with the elemental spirits and stuff, and it does get a little bit challenging. I mean, it's still a Mario game at the end of the day, but, you know, I never found it repetitive, because it's still so fun to go through after all this time. I still enjoyed the act of tugging my control stick, mashing in a certain direction in order to suck them up, because the sound effects are so good. I mean, listen to the sound effects when I suck up this shy guy, huh? Okay, that's a bad example, because sometimes it goes and it goes like to its really high-pitched version. But, you know, it's so satisfying. So I've never really agreed that Luigi's Mansion is repetitive. I mean, I guess it technically is. I guess you are just doing the same thing in every single room, but it's a short game. It's a unique playstyle. I never get tired of sucking up ghosts. I always enjoy sucking them up. Because what other video games do I do this, eh? What other video games do I do this? So, it's a unique experience, and uniqueness is never repetitive. Uniqueness is never boring. That's why my upcoming playthrough, Steambot Chronicles, is so much fun, because you rarely pilot mechs the way you do in that game. But you'll see, you'll see. Goddamn poison mushrooms! Why are there so many poison mushrooms? I'd like to visit outer space someday. Well, Luigi, maybe one day you will. Maybe one day you will. Oh god, the walls have crumbled. Am I in outer space now? How the hell did that happen? We got these meteorites falling down, these comets falling down. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but you can grab them with the poltergust, and then you can launch them. And since there's nothing else to shoot at, let's shoot it at the moon, huh? Oh god! Oh no, what have I done? I blew up the moon! But hey, it's good that we blew up the moon because inside of it was a power star. Specifically, Mario's power star. And since we've been collecting all of his personal belongings so that we might capture a certain ghost next, it's mandatory that we pick this up. It's mandatory that we blow up the moon. It was for the greater good, you know. It's also interesting to note that Mario has his own power star that he holds on to himself, holds on to his person. I guess he figured after the adventure of Super Mario 64, it's like, well, Peach doesn't need all 120. I can keep one. Woohoo! Little does he know is that the castle is going to unleash dark spirits soon because they're missing a certain star. Mario, you've tampered with forces you don't understand. God damn it, Super Mario. God damn it. Anyhow, Toad's warning us about a big boo flying around here. We'll see what's up with that in Part 7.